viewer, welcome to our Globe TV viewers. Breaking news. Yes, the world's largest economy may soon enter a recession despite modest growth in the past few quarters, with inflation showing clear signs of cooling, and it will likely have a cascading impact on the Indian stock and bond market, while the employment sector will possibly take most of the heat from the slowdown. To make the matter worse, US is facing a debt ceiling crisis, and the government may face a shutdown later this year after averting a partial shutdown last week following the stopgap funding bill passed by the US Congress to hold the situation. In an exclusive interview with NDTV, Nilkant Mishra, Chief Economist, Axis Bank and part-time chairperson of the Unique Identification Authority of India, said the United States has expected to enter a recession this year, and it was thought its GDP growth would fall, but that did not happen. By September end, people thought that there would be a soft landing and there would not be a recession. Our analysis says, however, that this year their fiscal deficit has gone up by 4% of their GDP. They had targeted 1 trillion. Their fiscal year ends on September 30 and they ended up with a figure of 2 trillion. If the fiscal deficit is so high, there cannot be recession. The problem for them here, however, is that if they don't keep increasing the fiscal deficit, they cannot sustain the economy's growth, added Axis Bank's Mishra. In the fiscal 2023 year that ended on September 30, the US government's year-to-date deficit totaled 1.524 trillion, a 61% jump over 946 billion gap for the same period of fiscal 2022, according to Reuters. Uncertainty on the US economy remains high. Should the economy maintain its current momentum, the task of restoring inflation to target would become tougher and significant Fed tightening may become necessary. At the risk of a significant recession in late 2024, said David Sloan, senior economist at Continuum Economics, while inflation in the US has cooled off to around 3.7% from nearly 9% last year, partially due to the Fed's 5.25 percentage points of nearest rate increases in the last 18 months. It is still about 2 folds above the central bank's target of 2%. The Fed is widely expected to hike one more time its November meeting and then pause before cutting rates next year. November is a close call, but we retain our expectation for one last 25 BPS hike. While the Fed will be happy with progress on disinflation, the strength in economic activity leaves the door open inflation to re-accelerate, said Michael Gappen, chief US economist at Bank of America. Behind the report, Globe TV, Delhi, Bharat.